Hello and welcome to match day 2 of the FUFA Juniors League National Finals, currently underway at the FUFA Technical Center here in Njeru. A wonderful day, beautiful day, bright sunshine, all here to ensure that we get to witness what is already set underway as, of course, the junior teams continue to play out this beautiful game of football. And today it will be Vipers Sports Club junior team up against Friends of Soccer Academy here to ensure that they give us a good entertaining day as we also sit back at home and of course from where you might be watching this game from and enjoy the action as pictures cascade on your screens. Beautiful aerial pictures there of the drone pictures of the two teams and of course the ambience and of course the greenery that cuts across here at the Njeru Technical Center as we continue to enjoy the breeze from the waterfronts of the Nile River. But of course, like you can see on your screens, the teams are out lined up here to go through the formalities and of course the normal procedures like you always know them. But anytime from now, that man in the center will be getting us underway. And of course, we will be just waiting for instructions as all bodies are getting warmed up for the action and what is expected to be one of the best games that we have seen today. Of course, today it's Vipers Sports Club, the junior team, who are coming off a back foot of a win yesterday, having beaten Mbarara Sports Academy 2-1. And of course, Friends of Soccer lost out their game yesterday to Prosper Sports Academy, but here to make corrections and what can they do in this one. Bibian Namugere being given the reins to ensure that this game goes as normally as dictated, and of course Juliet Nanjero there, others flanking him around to ensure that things go as planned. But of course we will be waiting to see what these two teams will be giving us in this wonderful, beautiful game of football. But of course the team captains first have to ensure that they report to the center referee to ensure that they go through the formalities and of course traditions as expected. Couple of changes there from the two teams, but I must tell you that Vipers have chosen to make some changes there, especially looking at the likes of Olimi Nyara, who is coming on back again to lead the line. But of course not forgetting that they also have chosen to start with second Jaco Frank. He scored a beautiful striking goal yesterday as they dissipated Mbarara Sports Academy. But this is a different affair and we will be seeing what the boys will be doing. And of course, I'm sure all of them are really very keen on what they will be presenting here. The team captain there, or the team captains of the two teams coming to ensure that formalities are properly taken care of as we just wait for instructions that will be getting us underway here at the Njeru Technical Center, or the FUFA Technical Center in Njeru. But of course, looking at the lineup there of Vipers, a 4-3-3 formation, Olimi Nyara given the right to lead the line today, and of course will be flanked by Tumwesije Farouk, the assistant of yesterday's goal, but Nkola Arafat maintains his place. Second, Jacob Frank and Walusimbi Abdullah Kali also coming through, but not forgetting Sebagala Ibra, who will be sitting in that midfield. But of course, the defenders who will buffering will be four, and of course for these Friends of Soccer Academy also choosing a 3-2-3-2 formation. But of course not many changes made, but just something to spot there. Akungiziwe Ronald will be sitting in goal, and another Akungiziwe Vincent will be sitting just in front of him. I'm not sure whether they are brothers, but that is information we will be getting. But of course it's always good to see people from the same family coming here to give us this beautiful game of football. And of course aerial pictures there. My name is Ronald Mugabe, here to ensure that I give you every proceeding that is happening here at the FUFA Technical Center in Njeru as we continue to enjoy the aerial view of this wonderful stadium. Coach Malay Daniel there to ensure that he galvanizes all the support for the team Vipers to ensure that they manage to at least get their second goal. But the referee making no mistake and getting us underway already. Friends of Soccer starting us off and of course knocking that ball about, trying to find a way of settling in. And you can see that the energy levels already starting to pick up from Vipers as Farouk sends the ball on the flanks. But here they come again. Olimi Nyara making that run and trying to improvise a cut-in. Abdullah Kali, Walusimbi making proper use of his energies, and yesterday a bit clumsy on the ball and caught a few legs but was very lucky to go away with a caution. And I'm sure he will be coming here with a lot more discipline to ensure that he doesn't increase the referee's anger against him. Friends of Soccer make the run but cannot really get to that ball, and he just skips outside. Well, the technical benches of the two teams looking on with intent, and of course you can see that already pressures and tensions beginning to set in. And Vipers, as they try to make their way on the flanks, you could see that Nkola Arafat making that run, and you could see that Vipers knocking on that door and almost almost finding Akungiziwe off his wits, but very alert today. He has to be, definitely knowing that this Vipers team has a lot in their skill box to ensure that they cause so much damage. A throw in, and that man there, Sachi Haruna, yesterday very alert and very active in regards to playing out from the fullbacks. Vipers here trying to pile the pressure, and good enough, the goalkeeper Kungiziwe was able to come off his line to clear away any droppings. Well, stepping there wrongly, you could say that Yusachi Haruna couldn't really contain the ball, and it just went away for a throw-in to Friends of Soccer. And here they come again, trying to ask the questions, knocking on that door as many times as they can and trying to ensure that things go as planned. That pass being picked out there, the team captain not doing enough to ensure that here they come again. And of course trying to settle in, and Vipers are the ones looking the livelier of the two. Sending the ball in, Kola, and Vipers have a chance of a rebound. And it looks like it drops in the back of the net. Well, a mixture of pressure being piled and a mixture of some poor goalkeeping and a mixture of some bad defending there, gifting Vipers a goal 3 minutes into this game. And the man who's responsible for that looks to be Nkola. Well, after that shot was struck, you could see here from hindsight, the ball came dropping around, and Nkola responded with a dropping header, which landed where Friends of Soccer wouldn't want the ball to land. But the goalkeeper did his part, but couldn't really handle that because it was a tricky ball. Looked like it would elude the goal area, but it dropped inside, and I'm not sure that well, that man given another day to impress today, and starts off in high gear with a goal against Friends of Soccer now, who find themselves on the trail. The big question is, can they manage to get back into their proper element? Well, Friends of Soccer even yesterday conceded a goal from an unlikely position. But definitely they have to make sure that their defending is absolutely top-notch, because this Vipers team has showed already that they have the capabilities of scoring as many goals as they want. Seen with Samuel trying to intervene in proceedings, but Vipers get on the ball again. Lovely play there by Friends of Soccer, who pile the pressure through Asimwe. Can't get to that ball, and it just goes outside. But just to inform you, yesterday Vipers were able to score 2 against Mbarara Sports Academy. But this is a different affair, and of course the representatives from Buganda already starting to enjoy themselves. To Mwesigya Farouk and trying to exchange passes with second Jacob Frank, the gentleman who scored yesterday. But, that was some good defending from the Friends of Football, who are currently doing all they can to ensure that the limit on the damage that this lethal Vipers attack is trying to fly with against them, and maybe spare a minute or two and try to construct their own attack. Definitely you can say that yesterday we just got a glimpse of what Friends of Soccer can do after that goal by Asimwe Samuel. And a corner kick has been given to Vipers. Of course, the head coach there, Dradu Jackson, I'm not sure he will be sitting any time from now as the boys continue to knock that ball about. And now here they come, Friends of Soccer. They looked like they were trying to plan some lethal attack, at giving a tutor some bit of comfort. Asimwe flying forward. And ball taken away by Kisachi Haruna, hounded to the ground. And Coach Malay Daniel, gentleman who comes in this one with some big history behind him. Of course, been in the game since 2010. And of course, he's one of those who's won some things both locally and also on the in the region. I must say that of course the very famous one was that 2019 Fiasa Games where he lifted silverware with the St. Mary's team. But here to ensure that he continues his winning record, Sache Haruna to cannon that ball up front, gets it in the area, but and again you could see that Vipers are choosing to shoot on sight anytime or any chance they get to open the trigger. They definitely are not afraid. Still going, still flying, still opening up options. Olimi, ball taken away. Now Friends of Soccer have a chance to turn defense into attack. Asimwe Samuel. And ball stolen away. And of course you can see that Nkola Arafat engaging new gears, flying on the wings, but wrong-footed there by Asimwe Samuel, who comes back to defend. Otherwise, the gentleman who's responsible for the scoreline, Nkola Arafat, was trying to make use of his pace and trying to get forward and making sure that he piles the pressure necessary to perhaps force a mistake from this Friends of Football side or Friends of Soccer side. Interventions being made. Kavito coming back to help out in the middle of the field. We've been talking about Coach Malay Daniel. He's once been a coach of this Friends of Soccer Academy too, so this is a team he definitely knows quite too well. And of course, not forgetting his reputation with Chivuli Senior Secondary School as he dissipated St. Mary's Kitende, still in the Copa Coca-Cola. He's one of those coaches who comes here with a big reputation, but just looking at that goal and how it came about, one that the goalkeeper definitely had no idea where that ball was going to land in. But Friends of Soccer Academy given another chance to rebuild. A ball, but there looks like there was an infringement, and the referee interested in seeing what has happened. That man, second Jaco Frank, who scored yesterday's stunner, the victim of that aggression from the Friends of Soccer player. That is Tugume Alan, who runs into him. But that won't stop Vipers from reconstructing their attacks, and here they come flying forward again to Message Frank or Farouk. To Message still going. Remember yesterday created a chance from such an instance and was trying to make a repeat of that yesterday's effort, and you can see the adrenaline beginning to already run through the nerves of the Friends of Soccer and Akungiziwe Ronald, trying to ensure that his players are properly placed as they wait to receive this ball from Chisache. Ball in. And of course the referee not making that one count. Could have been a case of a foul in the area. But that is sigh of relief to Friends of Soccer as they try to reconstruct and try to rebuild these attacks. Try to ensure that they go as forward as they can. But just taking a second look at what exactly happened. Ball came in the area, took a bit of a touch, and looks like it was a legitimate goal, but the referee says it wasn't to stand. Well, I'm not sure about the interpretation here, but it looks like two defenders ran into each other, or the two Vipers players. But the referee definitely spotted something illegitimate about the goal, and Olimi Nyara now trying to ensure that he goes forward to reconstruct something, and here they come again, and that ball just goes over. And you could see the tensions and everyone calling for calm. Oh, took a touch, Olimi Nyara there. And Friends of Soccer, referee there saying something we just have to wait and see what exactly is the referee saying. But I'm sure this game starting to drop a bit of momentum, that what we definitely started with then. But we have to make sure that every step is taken, and the referee definitely has what it takes to ensure that that one goes in the back of the net. And Simwe Samuel again trying to head that ball home. Remember, he scored a header yesterday against Prosper Soccer Academy, and almost got another one there, but denied by the goalkeeper. But you could see the build up to that, and that man looks to be very dangerous in the air. And I'm sure that the coach of Friends of Soccer will definitely want some of those balls come in consistently to give Asimwe, or to play to the strength of the striker there, as they continue to again build up again, but ball lost in the process, and it will be thrown in to Vipers junior team. Ankola Arafat scored with only 3 minutes of play, and that's why Vipers Sports Club junior team are leading here by 1-0 already, with 15 minutes adrift from start. To Message Farouk, it's one of those players who's enjoyed himself in the wing, and Ibra sends the ball in, looking for Olimi Nyara, who opens up on the far side, sends the ball in back again to Arafat can't really make a proper touch. And a fumble there, spotted again well by the referee, who says it will be a free kick to Friends of Soccer. Now here they come and trying to open up through to Mwesije, but not the best of takes you expect, especially by the standards he's already shown us here. It's one of those players you definitely want donning that shirt. Very active and looks razor sharp every time he touches the ball, but Friends of Soccer now try to reconstruct their attack. The pass is not reaching well. That's perhaps maybe one of the things they have to work on, but they are too not afraid to pile the pressure on the other end. The referee says it will be a throw in to Friends of Soccer. Quickly taken and losing the ball in the process. Olusimbi gets the ball to Olimi. Still going Olimi. Good stamina, given a chance to impress today. Yesterday started off the bench and of course caused a lot of trouble for Mbarara Sports Academy. He was one of those players who was a handful to them. Didn't give them a chance to rest. And of course the pressures he piled created a chance for Farouk, who struck with all the venom to ensure that Vipers win the tie. Here they come again with another free kick. And not connecting well. That will be easy pickings for Kungizibwe. Ronald. Well, the man who's just standing in front of him is also called Kungizibwe. The name looks to be very common here. But throw in taken. Ibra. Good ball there from Olimi into the path of Haruna. And Haruna seeking for help from Ratib Gulanyago. Sending that ball up again on the flanks. But poor touch there and still losing the ball. Friends of Soccer could be paying a price for that. You can see that Vipers junior team are not afraid to pick the ball from anywhere around the area, and they're not afraid to fly forward and not afraid definitely to pull the trigger. Well, still knocking that ball about. You could see that Vosinje David, and now it is but loses the ball the team captain Kavito. Could have really done better there. Now here they come, Vipers again, but surprisingly to see that Tumwesije Farouk missing from such close ranges. Well, it was a great chance for and they come flying forward, but Friends of Soccer Academy not really making that proper run. Knocking on that door, still trying to find a way through. And Friends of Soccer still maintaining possession, still trying to get into their element, but they definitely will have to do better than that if they are going to negotiate past this very formidable Vipers junior team. Ball cannon to the front. And of course there is no man in red there to occupy that area, and that's why that ball just goes begging. And here they come again. Walusimbi sending that ball inside, but none of the men in red there to make proper connection, and it just goes wide. 21 minutes so far played, and you can see the game is a little tilted towards the favor of Vipers. Sports Club Junior Academy, or junior team, beg your pardon, who look very intent on at least trying to ensuring that they make things work for themselves. Looked like a high boot, but the referee let that one to go as second Jako Farouk was trying to hold on to possession. Ball sent in to the front, and the run is being made. Olimi making the run, showing a bit of energy, but can't really keep the ball into his strides, and it just goes wide. But that means that it will have to be a corner kick taken by Vipers, who send the ball inside but headed away. Still knocking on that door, and good enough to see that Kabito, Marvin and Co regaining possession and now trying to turn defense into attack. Businja David still getting onto that ball. Businja David, good exchange with Muhumuza Frank, who's been preferred to play onto the forward areas by the coach Dradu, where yesterday he played in the right back position, Muhumuza Frank, but it's good to see him play very high up the pitch. Gulanyago Ratib getting that ball in front. Walusimbi. Well, you must say that Walusimbi today has looked a little disciplined, given the number of times yesterday the referee had to call him closer for caution, and getting a yellow card in the process as Muhumuza Frank piles the pressure on the other end, but has to contend with Gulanyago Ratib, and that ball will settle for a goal kick. Tuta Siraj getting that ball rolling again. Friends of Soccer piling the pressure now at Muhumuza Frank. Needed some bit of help as Businja David will take that throw in quickly onto Muhumuza Frank, but the referee says that ball will go to Vipers. Of course, the referee here calling for a water break actually, as the players definitely have to rehydrate. But so far so good from the two sides, as Vipers have managed to at least get something in the bag through that man who was able to score that only goal that separates the two sides. And of course Nkola Arafat with that dropping ball from a rebound to ensure that Vipers at least have something in the bag as the players continue to cool their engines down and get a few notes from the technical team. Some of those few notes that have, or that may have slipped, or that may have missed the match start briefing, or the match briefing before the game started. Well, but of course the referee says the cooling break definitely has to come to an end, and action will be allowed to resume again. Well, action will be allowed to roll as Chisache Haruna gets us underway again. And ball still airborne, but the pressure being piled by Mahumuza Frank, who steps up his game, trying to ensure that Vipers are not so comfortable sitting at the back. And you could see the adrenaline already running through their veins. Golanyago Ratib there being the recipient of the pressure of the Friends of Soccer, who really now come with properly cooled down engines. Ball sent to the front, none of the red shirts there to pounce on that one, and the ball sent to the front. Asimwe on the chase, but Etuta coming out of his lines to clear that ball away. Businje David still now getting onto that ball. Businje making the run, but allows the ball to slip outside in favor of Vipers junior team. Haruna, lovely play from Ibra, opening up onto the flanks, and still you could see that Farouk making the run to Mwesije. Mr. Sita, and this time round trying to create good crossing, but quickly dealt away with by the men in white. To Mwesije Farouk, but overpowered there by Kavito Marvin, the captain of Friends of Soccer Academy. Ball sent to the front. This could be a chance for Vipers to open things up, but well done there by Akongeziwe. Ronald. And of course Coach Malay Daniel, please by now will be having a smile on his face, given the fact that his team is at least leading here. I'm sure he definitely has more to offer in regards to how the team plays and how the boys develop. He's one of those coaches who's very keen on such details, and you can see that they tend to hold on to the ball a little bit more and tend to play some kind of possessive football. Lovely ball there from Marvin. Now Friends of Soccer had a chance to, but it was a heavy touch from the young lad who couldn't really keep the ball within his strides, and it just went over. Etuta. Olimi getting onto that ball and now trying to set up to Mwesije Farouk, who gets that ball inside, looking for red shots. Ibra and Businje. The referee says Businje put a touch to that ball, handball, and that's why free kick has been given to Vipers. Well, I'm not sure when you last saw a coach whistle in the first half, but Coach Malay Daniel can definitely afford a whistle, or can definitely afford to whistle. And some of the players standing around that ball, while Simbi sends in, but Akongiziwe dealing with that ball emphatically. Vipers get a corner. Can they make it count? Sache Haruna brings that ball inside. ball away with ease. Muhumuza Frank. And now Haruna. Simbi getting that ball back to Gulanyago and back to Etuta. Now Frank into Haruna. Well, I'm sure you definitely want to see that, or you definitely want to see these young teams be a little bit more adventurous and try out things that their bonds definitely allow. A strong challenge on Nyakana Daniel, who goes to the ground and wins a free kick for Friends of Soccer Academy. Was a good ball reading there from Daniel, but succumbed to the pressure of Chintu Habib, who put a foot in and claims he He's on the ground at the moment, and the medical team will definitely make the approach to ensure that the player is back on his feet. Well, Vipers still enjoying the leadership of the action here in this fixture, as they already lead 1-0 against Friends of Soccer Academy. That goal scored earlier on in the 3 minutes after start, and Nkola Arafat was responsible for that, and a throw-in has been given and quickly taken, but the referee, or the assistant referee, says, well, Vipers will take a chance to that one. Ibra, and ball sent to the front, looking for any red shots in the area, but the clearance is made, and Sachi Haruna still flying forward. Sachi Haruna gets the ball into the box area, trying to look for the likes of Olimi, but the referee says there was a bit of a push there, as Olimi was desperate to get onto that ball. Fouled a colleague in the process. Still going. You thought for a moment that that ball had slipped outside, but a foul has been called, and it's going to be a free kick to Vipers, as Nkola was hounded to the ground. And the referee having a few words with Mosinguzi Abdul Hakim. I'm sure those are not words of encouragement, but words of caution. And you could see that Kisache Haruna gets himself ready to deliver that ball inside. What can he do from such a distance? It's always good to see young people try out things like that. And Haruna hits a brick wall. You could see that rebound there, but good energy, good power, and a good strike, but Chintu Habib couldn't really get it confined within the precincts of goal. But that will be a sigh of relief of Friends of Soccer Academy to try and rebuild something for themselves as Vipers fly forward again. Good counter-attack. And here they come on the wings, trying out, twisting and turning, exchanging passes. Olimi just on the edge. Haruna Kisache tries a shot, but it just goes wide. Well, he's been trying out such a long distance shots, but hasn't really connected well. Still flying forward, Haruna, and getting that ball back and flying forward, and a cross coming in. Just improvised a cutback. None of the red shots was there to Ibra. Still going, Ibra. Lovely run from Sebagala Ibra. And Vipers getting a corner kick in the process. Haruna. Sachi Haruna scanning around for someone to deliver that ball to, and still striking. But how did... well, it did come off well, really off the boot of Chintu Habib. Well, Chintu Habib tried to rifle that one home again. Well, I'm very impressed by the way some of these players are choosing to try out things and go a little bit on an adventure. What a throw-in will be taken by Haruna. Gulanyago Ratib into the path of Walusimbi. Was a bit untidy yesterday, Walusimbi, but good to see him today. Good to see there that Haruna was trying to get hold onto that ball and gets himself into the referee's yellow books after that kick on one of the Friends of Soccer players. The referee being properly placed to spot that one. And a free kick has been given to Friends of Soccer. Ball sent inside. And there you have it, confirmation. Kisache Haruna goes into the referee's yellow book to Mwesuje. Getting that ball to the wide areas to Nkola. Still driving that ball, Nkola, still driving that ball through, but gets caught in the process, and the referee says no harm done. Chintu Ratib. Now the chase is on, but ball quickly swept away by Akungiziwe Vincent. And the two Akungiziwes standing side by side next to each other. Vipers. Farouk sending that ball in the area, looking for Olimi, who can't really make that ball count. Ibra. Well, Sebagala Ibra has been holding that midfield quite too well, and Walusimbi offside, and the referee says it will be ball to Friends of Soccer. Ball cannon to the front, and White Shirts not very present to receive that ball. Asimwe Samuel making sure that at least Friends of Soccer regain possession, and he does that properly well, but pressure being piled there by the men in red, and they regain that possession as they send the ball forward. Olimi making the run, hounded off the ball, but still the ball drops into the path of Vipers. Good play there from the defender who's done enough to ensure that Vipers don't have their way. That is Mohanguzi Joseph. A free kick being given to Friends of Soccer. What can they do in these 2 or 3 minutes left on the first period? You could see getting themselves ready for that free kick. Tugume Allen sends the ball inside, and again it drops on the head of Asimwe. Looks like Asimwe is so much on the threat when he's flying, and all the chances he's tried, and the only goal he scored yesterday was a header. So that is something definitely I'm sure the coach will be looking with intent to polish and refine. Player goes to the ground, referee not interested. Now Vipers regaining possession to Mwesije. Olimi getting that ball on the flanks to Nkola. Nkola making the run. Nkola still going. And of course the Vipers could be getting something for themselves, and they miss out on a chance to double the efforts. Haruna goes to the ground, and the referee not really interested by the fall. And you can see that Friends of Soccer now have a chance to turn defense into attack, still flying forward. And Muhumuza Farouk, Muhumuza can't really Haruna, Ibra, good distribution from Ibra to Nkola, still searching around, and a shot being struck there, but it just goes out wide, and nothing to bother Akungiziwe. It was a good strike there by the gentleman who scored that goal yesterday that gave Vipers the lead, second Jaco Frank. With only 30 seconds left to the end of the normal first 45. Just waiting to see how many the referee will be adding. The free kick has been given against Walusimbi. Well, I must commend the tidiness of Walusimbi today. Like yesterday when he got himself in trouble so many times, as Tumwesije Frank continues to get that ball rolling. And 1 minute has been added by the referee. Walusimbi still going. Walusimbi gets the ball in the middle, and Tumwesije cannot retain possession. And here they have Asimwe Samuel flagged offside. Vipers opening up in the flanks, sending the ball inside, looking for Olimi Nyara. And Haruna can't really get past Tugume there, and still Vipers. Haruna sending that ball in, but easy pickings there for the goalkeeper Kungiziwe Ronald. Ball cannon to the front, looking for the likes of Asimwe, who are piling the pressure. But Etuta is there to make reception to any of those such dropping balls, as Vipers will be looking forward to getting something for themselves on the other end. Ibra Sebagala gets that ball rolling into the path of Nkola, who opens up for Chintu, who drags the ball back, but the cutback properly dealt away with by Friends of Soccer Academy, and still going now. Asimwe flying in the wings. You can see that Friends of Soccer now have a chance of getting something in the bag before we go for a break. And a corner kick has been given, that this could be the chance for them. They definitely have some players who are a threat in regards to their aerial prowess. And Asimwe Samuel is one such a name that comes to light when you talk about some of the players of Friends of Soccer who are airborne. Ball delivered in the area, looking for a wide shot, and dealt away with. But they definitely win a throw in the process. We are already past the additional minute that was given by the referee. And I'm sure Friends of Soccer do not have much time. If there is anything they must do, they have to do it in these seconds. But looking at how that ball came floating, a Tuta stretched and used his reflexes to ensure that Friends of Soccer don't have their way. And a free kick has been given to Friends of Soccer. Well, they've gotten chances from dead ball situations. Maybe this could be a chance for them to make it count, as Kabito Marvin stands on over that ball. And by all means, this looks like the last best kick. Perhaps Friends of Soccer have to go to rest with something in the bag. Easy pickings for a Tuta. And the referee, without making a mistake, sends this game to rest. But of course, not forgetting that Vipers Sports Club junior team already have one goal in the bag, courtesy of that man, Nkola Arafat, 3 minutes after restart. And Friends of Soccer Academy have nothing. Let's go for a break. When we come back, it will be the second half. Sorry. Ngola bi mbade simanti otaddeyo mukono. Eno sina charge ya battery temino manyi. Welcome back for the second half as Vipers Sports Club junior team continue to face off with Friends of Soccer Academy here at the Njeru Technical Center. Vipers Sports Club drawing first blood 3 minutes after start in the first half, and we'll be looking forward to making amends. Of course, Nkola Arafat, the man who found the back of the net there from a dropping header that gave Vipers the lead. They will be here to ensure that they try to extend that lead as far as they can. But of course, Friends of Soccer Academy also are not looking to be bystanders in this affair, as they too come in gears charged to ensure that they make corrections. Of course, their best chance there came through Asimwe Samuel, who tried to head that ball but was denied by the goalkeeper. And looking at what they can do again in this second half, another chance for them to try and make amends in this match day 2 fixture. But of course, the man standing in front of you is Olimi Nyara, the man who came on yesterday but given a chance to impress today, starting this game, of course, by Coach Samuel or Malay. Coach Malay, beg your pardon, who is here to ensure that things go as planned. But light moments continue as we wait for the referee to get us underway in this second 45 minutes. As, of course, Vipers continue to play out against Friends of Soccer Academy here at the FUFA Technical Center. And the referee says The second 45 minutes have to start right away as Vipers get that ball forward. They look intent on making a proper run in front. And here knocking on that door, but Frank still there knocking that ball about. And you can see that the men in red are choosing to lay siege. So it's good to see how teams come off with the heavy gear just after start. Chintu hounded off the ball. Well done there by Friends of Soccer Academy. And ball sent into the midfield area. But you can see that Red Shirts very alert and denied a chance to pounce on the ball. Never mind the fact that the likes of Second Jaco Frank are choosing to engage the heaviest of gears to try and get something for themselves. Chintu Habib will take that throw in. And the ball is hoofed away by Musinguzi Abdul Hakim. But ball taken inside quickly by Chintu Habib, who cuts back a little. Lovely back heel into the path of Tumwesije. Looks like Vipers are improvising something special. Walusimbi. Well, you could see that Friends of Soccer are readying changes. And substitutions being made now as teams look ready to make changes to the playing squads that started this game. Friends of Soccer are the first to make the change, as we will be giving you confirmation on who has come onto the field. Throw in taken. And Etuta very present to ensure that he puts gloves onto that ball. But Ngambechi Nelson is the man who has been introduced in this one as shot number 11. So participated in yesterday's affair and of course expected to put up a good performance today, as we are only 3 minutes past the restart of the second 45. Sachi Haruna gets the ball rolling into Second Jaco Frank, who makes the run. Still moving. Second Jaco Frank pops the ball and it's headed in by Tumwesije Farouk. Lovely improvisation there in flight, and Tumwesije Farouk is one of those who's been knocking on that door, and it pays off for him to give Vipers that stretch of the lead. But you must commend the efforts of that man, Second Jaco Frank, who looped the ball up, and of course Kongiziwe just looked onto the ball as it slid into his net. But Frank setting up Tumwesije Farouk for that superb goal. 2 headers so far now as Vipers Sports Club junior team fly now with 2 goals. Friends of Soccer Academy made to chase, and just with just a few minutes, only 3 after restart. And the men in red have made it count, and here they come again flying on the far side. The goal scorer, the man who's responsible for getting that second goal, Shebagala Ibra, trying to get that ball and trying to set up Haruna Kisache. And a throw-in being taken. Friends of Soccer now have a chance of turning into something special, but Musinguzi Ronald cannot really keep the ball onto his feet. And it's going to be a corner kick there, advantage to Friends of Soccer. Ball delivered. Looking for men in white, but eludes everyone and just goes to the far side. To Messi Farouk. Into Chintu Habib. Ball sent in. Chintu Habib sent into Olimi. But Olimi is still trying to fidget with that ball and trying to look for his wits. Well, sometimes when that ball comes in such a situation, you could have a little fumble because you're desperate to get it where you want it to go, but you cannot really make up your mind. That's what they call brain jam. And it happens in every profession, even when you're commentating. Sometimes you get a bit of brain jam when action is running too fast, and that's exactly what has happened to that man. Olimi Nyara got the ball in a very unlikely situation, tried to make up his mind to where he should really put it. And of course, by the time his mind was made up and he was already surrounded as Vipers forfeiting another chance of making it 3. Here they come again, flying. Friends of Soccer trying to make some bit of exchanging passes. Musinguzi Abdul Hakim trying to get onto that ball, but not really retaining possession. Throw in taken. Lovely play there from Asimwe Samuel. Trying to pick out a pass. But of course, good enough to see him played out on the flanks. And maybe it's a bit of a change of strategy. Player goes to the ground. Tumwesije Farouk stands up on his feet and sends the ball to Walusimbi. The referee says the ball has to be started properly. I'm not sure why he's holding on a yellow card. And he's flashed it to the Friends of Soccer player. Musinguzi Abdul Hakim goes into the referee's yellow books after that infringement. And of course, Walusimbi trying to improvise a ball in, but loses it in the process. As Ibra Sevagala fouls a player in the process, he will definitely not escape the referee's yellow pages. You could see the venom with which he hounded his fellow or his colleague onto the ground, trying to plead his case, but the referee was properly placed to see how he went against Ngambeki Nelson, who I'm not sure, or who we will just have to wait for the medical team to ensure that the player is back on his feet. Sevagala Ibra, also one of those players who's gone into the referee's yellow books. And of course, earlier on, it was Musinguzi Abdul Hakim from Friends of Soccer, who had also gotten himself there shortly. I'm sure that the pleadings of Sevagala Ibra will fall on deaf ears, as the referee has already made up her mind. And of course, that's why you see that yellow card flashed. But it's a big chance to Friends of Soccer to get the ball in. Ball floated inside. And not the best of headers, or not even the best of efforts, as the ball just goes straight into the hands of Etuta. Now Vipers have a chance to open things up again, but a lovely play there from the goalkeeper. Still the ball around danger, player on the ground. And action allowed to roll. The referee will definitely have to stop play to take a look. Well, some of those fans, players, and of course technical people who have come to fill up the stands as they also take note of what is happening on the pitch. Looking at how that one came about, of course the player looks to have hurt himself in the process just when he was trying to reach for that ball, but good save there from the Friends of Soccer goalkeeper, who read the game well, knowing the threats that Nkola, Arafat and co possess, especially when they fly in such gears, and came off his line to clear the ball away. And that still helps Friends of Soccer to not concede as many. Etuta sends the ball up front, looking for a red shot. Olimi gets that ball to Sekanjako Frank, but not managing to pick up proper pass. Heavy touch there from Gulanyago Ratib, one of the defenders who's been very outstanding in this FUFA Juniors National Finals. Walusimbi, good distribution, gets the ball to Olimi. Olimi setting up Sekanjako Frank. Oh, it's Arafat actually, who tried to stretch the width of the pitch a little bit, but that ball goes for a corner to Vipers. A change looks to be signaled by coach Malay Daniel, who's passing on some instructions as the corner kick is taken and ball headed inside. Well, Sebagala Ibra, the man who goes into celebrations after heading Vipers third. Well, the ball came just across the face of goal, and it looks like all the defenders of Friends of Soccer were just left ball watching after Olimi's strike inside. And of course that man, Sebagala Ibra, properly placed to make contact and head that ball home. And you could see the celebration and the happiness on his face. He's one of those players who's been operating from a little deeper. But changes will have to be made now. And we have to wait for what the technical team, or who the technical team will be replacing on the pitch. But players is a player down for Friends of Soccer. It is Murunji Nicholas. Has been tormented by a bit of a knock that he picked up earlier on in the game. And of course he hasn't had so much consistency with carrying on with the action, as he's found himself going to the ground as many times as you can count. But some of the substitutes being introduced onto the fray, as of course the goal scorer there coming off Sebagala Ibra, and of course new players introduced onto the pitch. Well, Mwanda Jahid and Kasanya Leonard, the two players that have been introduced by Vipers, as the referee gets us ready for restart again. But there you have confirmation. Sebagala Ibra makes way for Kasanya Leonard, and Olimi Nyara makes way for Mwanda Jahid. Ball sent inside, and a chance for the Friends of Soccer to try and make the connection, but They win a corner in the process. The ball was very inviting. Took a bit of a touch, and Asimwe Samuel was present, but really couldn't really make anything out of that one. Ball sent inside again from a corner kick. Now Kasanya Leonard. Kasanya Leonard getting a fast touch onto that ball, but Walusimbi Abubakar into Chintu Hatib. Or Chintu Habib, beg your pardon. Kasanya Leonard still flying forward. Kasanya. Confident run. Kasanya. Took too long to make the decision, and of course his colleagues took too long to respond. You could see a bit of a push, but the ball is delivered inside again for Red Shirts to pounce. Lovely hold there by Marvin Kabito into the flanks, trying to get on the forward match. You could see that the activity by Musinguzi Ronald is or looks promising for this Friends of Soccer team. But there you had Kasanya Leonard trying to sneak his way into this Friends of Soccer area. Wanted to get that pass outside his boot, but couldn't really get it off properly. See how he was already surrounded by men in white and denied the chance to make a beautiful pass for goal number 4. Ball sent inside, but quickly dealt away with by the men in red, as the Friends of Soccer will definitely pile the pressure. Friends of Soccer representatives from the Bunyoro or Kitara region, and Vipers Sports Club junior team are representatives from the Buganda region. So you can see the passions running high as the two go at each other with a bit more venom and more intent. Ball delivered again. Dealt away with Marvin Kabito trying to get a second touch onto that ball. Player on the ground. The referee says play has to stop as there is a bit of some pain that has to be attended to. And the defender of Vipers Sports Club junior team, Kigoye Ronald, looks to be the victim of that infringement. You can see the intentions of Friends of Soccer every time they get onto that ball. At least they try to deliver the ball in the area. And you could see the incident in which Chingoyi Ronald was or got hurt in the process. But Mwine Victor has relieved Murungi Nicholas of duties today. And of course, looking at Vipers Sports Club junior team, the goal scorers, Nkola Arafat there opened with only 3 minutes of play before Tumwesije. Farouk dispatched in the 48th minute. And of course, Sebagala, who has been taken off, Sebagala Ibra, nodded home just there in the 58th minute. Player on the ground. Oh, 64 minutes so far played, and Vipers Sports Club junior team still maintaining their promise. of the activity of that man and not yielding fruit again. You could see that Monda Jahid trying to fight for that 50-50 challenge, but wasn't victorious in the end, as now Vipers get onto that ball again. Walusimbi exchanging there with Monda. The ball into the flanks. Kintu cuts back inside, looking for a red shot, arriving late. But that ball was a little too heavy and it just went across. You could see the tries and the chances being created, and could this be the chance for Friends of Soccer? Fumbled with the ball, Ngambeki Nelson. It was a great chance for him, inviting ball. And it looks like that has been their biggest supply area off the flanks from the right-hand side. Still, Friends of Soccer hold to that ball again. Can they cook something special again? They've missed out on some of these crucial chances that they could have put away. And now Vipers engage some new gears as Frank gets the ball in, but the cutback there not read by the likes of Nkola. But still, Vipers will hold on to that ball again, gifted away possession. And a chance for Akongizibwe Vincent to get that ball running forward. Kasanya Leonard. It's been quite a spark ever since he was introduced onto the action today. You can see Nkola exchanging passes with colleagues. And Mwanda Jahid cannot really hit that ball with the venom that perhaps Vipers have exhibited before in the previous minutes, where they were able to get the first, second and third goal. Vipers in possession again, but the referee says Etuta has to restart that one as properly prescribed. Tumwesi J. Well, he's really enjoyed himself, Tumwesi J. Coming off the flanks, causing all the havoc in the world against this Friends of Soccer team. Oh, good play there from Kintu Habib. You can see they are now starting to engage some of the skillful gears. And with the cushion of 3 goals, definitely they have to go on to some kind of adventure. And I'm sure that's why they are trying to exhibit some of their skills. You must do something for the highlights. Nkola Arafat setting up, of course, Frank again. It's 4 goals now, and Frank scores his second goal of this tournament. To give Vipers Sports Club junior team a 4-goal power. But all the effort came off the flanks. Good fight there by Nkola, who dashed inside and unselfishly set up second Jaco Frank for an easy tap-in. I'm sure Friends of Soccer now have to look for something of a consolation. Marvin. Good play there from Marvin. Still knocking that ball around, Marvin. And chance for him to shoot again. And of course, here they come. Asimwe Samuel denied a chance to. make a response and get a consolation for Friends of Soccer. But he's one of those players, you can see that when he gets a chance, especially with a flying ball, he makes it count. But this time denied just by a simple touch from the Vipers defenders. Well, another water break has been summoned by the referee for the players to rehydrate, but that man on your screen has tapped in an easy ball there for Vipers to make it 4. Second Jaco Frank, or the man who's really become some kind of a different option for this Vipers team, as the coaches of Friends of Soccer continue to give some more instructions. You can see that Coach Malay, I'm not sure how many goals he wants, but the signals or the gestures he's making, urging the players to continue pedaling and going on the front foot. Same is happening on the other end, as Friends of Soccer coaches also urging the likes of Asimwe Samuel to get that forward kind of play. So we're only now remaining with under 20 minutes on this game as we await the second game that will be coming on. That will be Mbarara Sports Academy up against the defending champions Bull FC junior team. Daniel. Now Samuel Asimwe gets the ball, trying to set up the likes of Musinguzi, but couldn't really make the connection. And Kisache Haruna. But second Jaco Frank coming back to track that ball. And Vipers lose it to Friends of Soccer, who regain it quickly. You can see that every time they lose the ball, they work twice as hard to make sure that they retain possession. Kintu Habib was the one to whom that ball was intended. But Musinguzi Abdul Hakim standing his ground and not allowing him to get a second touch onto the ball. Marvin. A good zero pass there to see from Nyakana Daniel. And of course, ball delivered by Kungiziwe Vincent, but not finding unintended white shot, and it goes back to the white shots again. And here they come flying forward. Asimwe cannot keep that ball in. And the referee says it will be a goal kick, as Etuta, the Vipers number 1, having a bit of a limp. I'm not sure whether that speaks to an injury, but I'm sure they definitely will want him fit. Whether that limp means anything serious. Oh, Vipers strike a ball inside. Great strike there from Kasanya Leonard. Well, for a moment you thought that he was going to hold on to that ball and take a bit of time, but just look at how that ball came onto his path. Held on to that ball and took a second strike. I'm not sure whether Akungiziwe had anything to do about that one, because it was struck with too much venom. And you could see the power with which Kasanya got onto it. Leonard just rattled the net. Well, Vipers look like they want as many as they can definitely score. And with only 15 minutes left on the clock and with the heavy gears, they are engaging and still coming and flying forward. But connection not proper, and that one goes over the bar. Well, I must say that it is now Survivor Series for Friends of Soccer, as they definitely have to engage a special gear called damage control, because they've not managed to make it count on the other end themselves, and find themselves on the back foot every time Vipers get that ball rolling. They look like they are ready to score, and you can see that again. Nkola Arafat with goal number 6. That is 2 goals to his name now. Nkola Arafat. The exchange. You can see all the players who have at least managed the goal getting involved. The likes of Sekan Jaco Frank. The likes of Kasanya Leonard getting involved into that one, but a rebound by Nkola Arafat, to the displeasure of the defenders of this Friends of Soccer Academy, making sure that Vipers sit deeply in comfort as they put or apply whitewash onto this Friends of Soccer team, who are smartly dressed in white. I'm not sure how much whitewash you will need to whitewash someone who's properly dressed in white. But that's exactly what is being done here at the FUFA Technical Center, as we continue to enjoy and, of course, watch this FUFA Juniors League Under-17 National Finals, the 2022-2023 edition. And cricket scores to Vipers, trying to go for goal number 7. But this time round, the likes of Asimwe choosing to come back and help out in defending. That's what I talked about here, that the technical team is looking now to go for some damage control, especially on the side of Friends of Soccer. Gulanyago Ratib. Vipers come knocking on that door again, looking for goal number 7. And here they come flying, but this time round hitting the side netting. Well, the question that I came with after that 5th goal is, how many do they want to score? Because this Vipers team, they are looking to be free-flowing, and every time they get onto that ball and introducing another name that was registered on the score sheet yesterday. And that is Sechisambu Regan, scored yesterday here. But the other that has been introduced is Patrick Senku. Etuta goes to the ground and he's been having a limp, and it's about that time someone took a serious look into his health. With only now 10 minutes remaining on the clock, as some of those technical people, players, and of course some of the coaching staff who come to see how the other teams are performing, or how they are strategizing in order for them to get hold on to a few knots, that can definitely help them to negotiate their own fixtures. Tuta is able to get back onto his feet. Ball sent inside, and Vipers still applying the pressure. Kasanya Leonard, the man who is enjoying himself ever since he was introduced. Ball sent in the area. At second Jaco Frank being withdrawn. And of course, Chionga Joel introduced onto the fray. But the others is Senkusu Patrick coming on for Tumwesije Frank. And of course, Sechi Sambu Regan coming on for Nkola Arafat. Vipers still knocking on that door, trying to look for goal number 7. Well, they're not afraid to get on the front pedal every time they touch the ball. And flying from the wings, Kintu Habib managing to almost keeping that ball in. And Friends of Soccer have definitely survived that onslaught. Now Asimwe has a chance to power this Friends of Soccer team flying forward. Asimwe, lovely pass inside, but couldn't really find a white shot, and giving the ball easy to Walusimbi. So that was a good interception there by Akungiziwe Vincent. Now here they come again. Friends of Soccer have a chance to rattle the net, but missing another chance to get something of a consolation. But that was quick thinking there by Asimwe, and cannoning that ball on the far side into the path of Musinguzi Ronald, who tried to power that ball but couldn't really get past Etuta. As now this time round is Kionga Joe, Senkusu Patrick, beg your pardon, who was trying to fly in the wings. Ball quickly cleared away, and Vipers regaining possession with a bit of ease, knocking that ball about. Kintu Habib. Well, good composure from Kintu, who now drifts into the center areas to try and change a bit of position. You definitely love what you see from Coach Malay and what he's tried to do. Beautiful strike there, but goalkeeper being alert this time. Asimwe Samuel. Lovely play from Asimwe Samuel to hold on to that ball. Good piece of skill. Enjoying himself. That's exactly what you want from these young players. Oh, can you be so comfortable on the ball? Can you do what is in your mind? Can you think and try to give your team advantage? And this young man, very capable of such. You know, you definitely love to see young players do that on the pitch. You love to see them dance to the music of the samba as they try to wiggle their way past their colleagues. Leonard Kasanya flying forward. Leonard Kasanya still flying again. And they are getting powered up, Vipers. But also you must commend the Friends of Soccer players. Oh, what was he trying to do there? What was Mohanguzi Joseph trying to do? And he's very lucky that the likes of Chionga Joel was not very alert, but could have really made that one count. Here they come again, touching that ball. Vipers trying to open up options, getting that ball onto the flanks. And good to see that Mohanguzi Joseph standing his ground as a free kick has been given in favor of Friends of Soccer. They are definitely looking for a consolation. Well, they only have now under 5 minutes to try and make something for themselves, something to write home as they retire to their camps today. Kana Daniel goes to the ground, gives possession away, but the referee says it was a bit of a foul, and gifting Friends of Soccer another chance from a dead ball situation to get that ball in the area. And we are about to see what the captain himself has to do. Marvin Kabito gets that ball inside, looking for white shirts, but well, that was a good strike, but goes over the bar. Musinguzi Abdul Hakim striking from outside the 18. But the connection was perfect, but the bearings not perfect at all, and thereby Friends of Soccer missing out on another chance to make something count. Walusimbi, team captain. Well, that's what you want to see from Vipers now, is how can they hold on to possession and retain that one. But Seki Sambu, yesterday's goal scorer, denied a chance to make his mark onto this fixture again. And of course, you can see that Friends of Soccer trying to knock that ball about. Like I did say, that all they want now is to score a consolation. And it's Daniel Nyakana into the path of Marvin, into the path of Asimwe. Remember, he's capable of beating a man or two, but took a bit of one touch too many, and I'm sure he was flagged offside by the assistant referee. Etuta cannons that ball up front, looking for red shots. And Friends of Soccer regaining possession, and the referee says it's free kick to Vipers, who quickly get it underway. Abubakar Walusimbi. Well, I'm not sure what Asimwe Samuel there was trying to do, but it will be thrown into Vipers. Ball headed away. Good back heel there from the Friends of Soccer player Musinguzi. Came off well, but didn't really make the intention. As Vipers come flying forward again, sending the ball inside, looking for a chance to make it 7. But the strike there, hitting a brick wall. Still Vipers knocking on that door. Leonard Kasanya dancing around. And this time round, the Friends of Soccer being very alert and not allowing these red shirts to get so many touches on the ball. He's offside. Well, as we reach the 90-minute mark, looking at some pieces of skill there from the young man, Kiyonga Joel. 1 minute of added time there by the referee. Kasanya trying to make some distributions, but was quite a bit of a heavy touch there, and Well, for a moment, it looked like Mosingozi Abdul Hakim was dancing with fire, but it's good to see a defender also managing to play out from the back as Friends of Soccer tried to fly forward. It looked like another chance for them, but they didn't really make it count as they lost composition just when they reached the areas that matter. And without wasting a minute, the referee says this game has to come to an end. But of course, it's kudos to Vipers Sports Club junior team who have been able to apply the whitewash against Friends of Soccer Academy. 6-0. It has been, as they've definitely worked out their way and of course managed to get things working on their part, as Vipers Sports Club junior team has managed to score 6 goals here. Of course, Nkola Arafat was the one who scored the first one before Tumwesi J. Farouk was able to double Vipers' efforts. And of course, not forgetting the likes of Sebagala Ibra before he was taken off, scored goal number 3. And of course, the others were Sekan Jaco Frank, who came in and of course scored from close range before Kasanya Leonard managed to get that goal in the 74th minute to give Vipers that 6-goal margin. Vipers Sports Club junior team 6, and of course Friends of Soccer Academy 0.
Yeah,